friends, Miranda Joy here. Today is February 20th, and this past week marked 8 months since I started my dreadlocks. So I wanted to do a quick dreadlock update for you. I feel like they're coming along really nicely. A couple of things that have changed since my 6-month update video is I did comb out a few of my dreadlocks right in the front so that I have some loose bangs. I did this for a couple of reasons. First of all, the dreads that were right here in the front were really scraggly. They were just like super small and they just weren't forming very well. They were very weak as it was, and I just didn't like how they looked. I was constantly trying to hide them underneath my other dreadlocks, and I didn't like that. So I decided to just go ahead and comb them out, and I actually really have liked how they've looked ever since I've done that. I do have to treat them a little bit differently, so when I wash my hair now, I have to actually condition my bangs, and obviously I don't want to put conditioner on the rest of my dreads, but I ended up just putting a little bit of conditioner in my hair and usually just in my fingertips and running it through my bangs whenever I wash it, because otherwise they are getting tangly and dry feeling. So that has been a little bit interesting, like kind of treating the hair differently while I'm washing it, but it actually hasn't been that big of a challenge. So I'm glad that I chose to do that. Another reason is because I have so much loose hair in the back, or at least I did. It's actually starting to knot up finally. I felt like it would make my hair look a lot more balanced if I went ahead and combed these out. And I also have decided to go ahead and grow out my side cuts here. So before long, this is gonna be long, loose hair too. So I wanted just to preemptively go ahead and comb this out because I felt like it would just help the whole picture overall as my dreads are maturing. I'll quickly fluff these back up because I was wearing a hat. I've been wearing a lot of hats recently because it's been raining a lot and my dreads are still kind of in an awkward stage, so still taking advantage of the hats. The most awkward thing about my hair, again, is still the back. As you guys can see. Try not to touch it. I have a bad habit of like constantly touching my hair when I'm talking about it, but hopefully you can see this. It's definitely gotten better since the last update video. These bits down at the bottom are actually starting to form dreads. They're still really loose and fluffy, but we are making progress. Hallelujah. The ones up here are doing awesome. Tour of some of my favorite ones. And then if you remember, the last time I did an update, I was talking about how I was trying to join some of my dreads together because they were really, really thin, and that has been pretty successful. I did have them wrapped for a little while. That helped some of them. Ended up taking the wraps out, and I haven't put any wraps in since then. I might do that again soon. But I've done some other unconventional things to help them. See if I can find a good example. I know I have one in the back, right here. Let's see if we can even see this one. See this one here? This one's really funny. I took 3 little dreads and I actually braided them together to help encourage a dreadlock, and it worked. It actually worked. I've never really heard of anybody doing that, braiding little dreads together to get them to stay, but it worked for me. But to keep in mind, it does make for a very bumpy looking dread, and it's gonna look like a braid. But it accomplished what I wanted in that it got those little guys to stay together. And I don't mind if they look bumpy, I just want them to be strong and staying together. So I'm starting that with a couple other ones. This one has been that way for a little while. You can kind of see it's braided, like right at the root there. You can see that one's staying pretty good. I started another one, I think even just last night. See, where's that one at? Right here is another one. See, so that obviously looks very much like a braid, but it will start to dread together down here. And as it grows out, they'll stay together a little bit better. So that is a little unconventional, but it's worked. It has worked. And some of the other ones I've just twisted together and they've been lucky enough to stay. Where's that one that I'm thinking of? Excuse me as I try to find it. I'm not in a mirror, so it's like trying to remember where everything's at. Oh, is that it? That's one that I've been trying to do, but it hasn't really been successful. It's kind of somewhat joined at the tip there, but still really loose here. I think I might actually wrap this one. That's what I'm thinking about wrapping. This was another one, I think I braided this one together. So you can see what I'm talking about here, how it's really kind of bumpy and odd looking, but this one's actually pretty secure at this point. It is unusual, but it's staying together and it's gonna stay as a dread, so it works. It's kind of odd, but it is an option. If you have little tiny thin dreads that just aren't wanting to join up, you can wrap it around the other one. And what I did is I kind of wrap them together, and then I actually will twist and rip the ends together to kind of help hold it at the end. And it makes it kind of odd, but just be aware that it is a little unprofessional looking. But if you're lucky, it will work. See, I have noticed some change in length, even just from my last video. It is getting longer down here and here even. I'm looking forward to when it's like shoulder length. I can like pull it back into a ponytail. That would be awesome. They're almost long enough, right? If I wanted to, I could probably put a hair tie like right here. Do a little tiny ponytail, but I'm not gonna do that. As far as the color goes, you might notice I did bleach the roots again. They're not platinum yet, but that is my goal. I'm hoping to go back to work at Turtle Bay again this summer, and they have a policy against unnatural colored hair. So I am slowly trying to get back to platinum blonde. I really liked that and I'm hoping to get it again. Right now it's more of a purplish gray, but I'm gonna bleach my roots again and get it back to a platinum. And then eventually I do still intend to grow out my roots, but just right now I wanted to go all the way platinum blonde again. So I probably won't be doing blue or purple hair much in the future, at least the near future. Even though it's been so much fun, I think it's a season where I need to get back to platinum blonde. Yeah. I'll do another just spin around so you kind of get a good look. Alright, so those are my dreadlocks at 8 months. I hope you guys are enjoying these dreadlock updates. I really do appreciate your input. I've been getting some great comments recently from other dreadheads or other people that are wanting to start dreads. And I love hearing from the dreadlock community. I don't really have any personal friends that have dreadlocks. Oh, no, actually I do have one personal friend that has dreadlocks. But other than that, like I'm kind of on my own with this, so I really appreciate input. I appreciate the questions. It means a lot to me. I get misunderstood a lot when it comes to my hair. It's nice to know that there are people out there that actually appreciate my hair, and let me know if you're appreciating these dreadlock updates, because I enjoy doing them. That's really why I do it, but it's nice to know if people are actually benefiting from them or not. So if you do have any questions about dreadlocks in general, or about my own dreadlocks, about having short dreadlocks, about bleaching dreadlocks, about dyeing dreadlocks, go ahead and ask me questions down in the comments below. I am not a professional. I just love to experiment and play around. So I'm happy to share all that with you. I do have a daily vlog that you'll find on this channel, the Chickadee. So please feel free to go check out my vlogs. I don't talk about my hair too much on a daily basis, but you at least kind of get to see my hair. So if that's why you're here, you're on my channel because of my dreadlocks, check out my vlog. I'm going through a lot of changes and transitions right now. I'm getting ready to move into an RV and start a tiny living lifestyle. I just recently started going back to college at the age of 28. I'm going to be moving out to the California coast to attend Humboldt State University, where I'll be majoring in wildlife conservation. So there's just lots of fun stuff that's going on in my life, and I want to share it with you guys. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for tuning into my channel. It means the world to me. Remember to like and subscribe. Mwah. I love you all very much.